I chose the scenario passed over because he wasn't flashy enough from the list. And I want to tell you a story about how I was overlooked, ignored, and dismissed simply because I didn't chase after the glitz and the glamour. Once, I believed that integrity mattered most, that doing the right thing, working hard, and staying humble would always be enough. I was the kind of man who believed in substance over style, in loyalty over flashy displays, in patience over shortcuts. I had a small, steady job, a modest but honest home, and a circle of true friends. I thought I had everything I needed, until they started noticing others. The ones who dazzled. I watched them pass me over, again and again, like I was invisible, like my years of quiet work meant nothing. They called me the steady one, but behind my back they whispered that I was too dull, not enough show, and not the kind of guy who could bring in the big deals. It hurt more than I let on, but I kept my head down. Then one day I learned the truth. They had chosen someone else, someone flashy, someone loud, someone who knew how to fake confidence and pretend to be a star. It was the day they announced the new leader, and I was passed over once more. My heart sank. I felt the weight of all those years of silent effort crumbling in my chest. The quiet pride I'd carried shattered. That day, I saw how little they valued the man who stayed true, who never played the game for show. It was a blow so cold, so raw, I almost lost myself in it. But something inside me refused to stay broken. I started to see the truth, that the world favors the loud, the showy, the flash. I did my research, studying how those flashy ones climbed, how they manipulated egos, how they faked their way to the top. I listened to whispers in the hallways, watched as they took credit for work I had done, saw how they basked in praise that was never truly theirs. I felt the cold sting of betrayal again, but this time I knew the game they played, and I played it better. I made alliances with those who also saw through the lies, those who valued substance over style. I learned how to outsmart them, outlast them. I saw the cracks in their shiny veneer, and watched as their arrogance blinded them to what was coming. Then I exposed how they had stolen credit, how they'd ignored the real talent that had been right in front of them all along. It was during a big meeting, a moment they thought was theirs to own. But I took the stage instead. My voice was steady, my words sharp as a blade. I laid out the facts, not because I wanted revenge, but because I finally proved that real strength isn't about flash. It's about integrity, patience, and resilience. I used their betrayal to build something greater. I started a company that values honesty, that rewards loyalty and hard work, not just the loudest voice in the room. I became from the ashes of betrayal. I rose, not as the loudest or the flashiest, but as someone who finally reclaimed his worth. I turned my pain into power, my silence into strength, and today I stand here, calm and resolute, knowing that the real victory isn't in the shout or the flash, but in the quiet.